Oh!
Holy cow, dude.
That's such a nice fish.
Holy, that's it. I thought it was a big sheephead. Holy moly.
Hey, Spencer.
Hey guys, and welcome back to the Northeast Florida Surf Fishing Forecast for December 4th through the 6th. This is a video taken from Thursday afternoon in Jax Beach next to the Jax Beach Pier. Water's beautiful, sort of a dark greenish color. Southeast winds at 10. And thousands of mullet guys are flowing out of the river and heading south. So, if you have a net, bring it with you because the mullet are plentiful, guys. In fact, there's so many mullet. Mr. Randy caught a very large snook in the surf in South Jax Beach Thursday afternoon on a sand flea. No doubt this snook was following the mullet run. It's amazing that they're up here in the surf, but it is what it is. So like I said, the last few days, Tuesday, the water was a little bit dirty, but Wednesday and Thursday, water was excellent with lots of fish being caught. What changed it, guys, as you know, northeast winds clean it up here in Northeast Florida, and on Wednesday it was northeast about 10. Water became beautiful, and then the fish bit. Thursday, the water has stayed nice, fish bit. For Friday, what we're looking at is south-southeast winds 10 to 12. If they'll stay more southeast, I would say the water's going to stay nice. Hopefully the seaweed doesn't make an appearance again because that's been very annoying. Every time we've gotten a south wind in the last 3 or 4 weeks, it's pushed seaweed back up into the Northeast Florida area. So let's hope we avoid that. And then on Saturday, you're looking at west-northwest winds, 10 to 15, maybe higher. There's a front coming through, so it's going to be a little bit cooler again. And then on Sunday, you're looking at northeast winds in the morning, real light, switching over to the west, another front. So it's one front after another. But the fish are chewing. If the wind doesn't blow too hard out of the south, it won't become mud, so it should stay fairly decent, hopefully. We'll find out. All we can go by is the forecast. We've all been the victim of the forecast being completely wrong. But I've noticed a lot of times is when the forecast calls for northeast winds, 10 to 15, I usually add 5 miles to that or more because a few weeks ago they called for northeast 10, it was northeast at 25. Drastic difference. The wind will do what it wants to do. But right now in the surf, guys, water temperature is 68. Perfect water temperature for literally everything. You got whiting, you got pompano, you got the palmettas, the pompano's little brother. You got black drum, you got sheephead, you got speckled trout biting, redfish, bluefish. I mean, a wide variety, and for the most part, you can catch the whiting, pompano, drum, even the sheephead using sand fleas, fresh clam, crab knuckles, fresh shrimp. The redfish and trout right now are absolutely crushing the live mullet. When I say streams of mullet, Thursday afternoon, it was just a steady stream of mullet when I was watching from the surf, and there were fish busting everywhere in them. So around the inlets where they're pouring out, you can expect to see tons of reds and trout hanging around the inlets. In any of those inlets that have rocks, if you can fish the rocks, do it because those fish will use that as a buffer zone to ambush their prey. Also, the sheephead are on fire right now, guys. They love this cool spell. Fired them off even more so than what they were. So grab you fiddlers, grab you some sand fleas if you can, or spider crabs. I have a video on my page on how to catch the spider crabs. One of my favorite baits ever, especially fishing the Jacks Beach Pier when it was open. The spider crabs would outperform every other bait, including sand fleas, which I like. So if you can get spider crabs, use them. But just watch the video so you know what to do and what not to do. You do not want to rub your eyes after handling a cannonball jellyfish because it won't feel too good. But other than that, they're harmless. But lots of fish are being caught, guys. The temperatures don't look too bad in the next week, so the water temperature shouldn't drop drastically. As long as we can hover around that 66, 68 degree water temp, lots of fish will be in our surf zone. Once it gets down to like 61, if it ever does, or 60, it'll be basically whiting and occasional drum and sheephead. And the sheephead, like I said, more so you got to fish structure. You got to fish like the rocks. There's Volano rocks, you know, the little jetties, Amelia Island. You got Nassau Sound. If you want to fish the inlet there, the Nassau Sound Bridge is very good. If you want to drive down the Flagler, that's a very good pier with a lot of sheephead and tons of sand fleas in that area. So if you know how to catch them, you can go down there and scoop them up yourself. But it never hurts to bring a pint of fiddlers just in case you can't find the sand fleas, because the sheephead will hit the fiddlers. And what I found in the past 30 years of fishing for sheephead from a pier, northeast winds at 10 to 15 absolutely fire off the bite. Fish the bottom in between the pilings. And if the wind switches over to the northwest after the northeast wind and it calms the current down, then you fish on the pilings, usually about halfway up and sometimes only 2 to 3 foot below the surface. So lots of current, the sheephead are feeding on the bottom. No current, they're feeding up on the pilings. Just a little hint. And always held true on the pier. Whenever there was no current, we'd catch them very shallow on the water column. When there's a lot of current, you had to use 3 ounces to hold. They were on the bottom feeding. But other than that, guys, it's looking like hopefully a good weekend. Hopefully the water doesn't dirty up on Friday with the south wind. And if you're in the Jacksonville area, Fish Bites is actually having their grand opening at their Fish Bites Outpost store. Check their Facebook page, their website. You'll find all the info. They'll be having seminars all day long and all kinds of deals. So if you're new to Fish Bites, it would be a great way to introduce yourself to it and go pick up a lot of product. They'll have a ton of stuff to purchase. So get there early and get on the deals. That being said, guys, hope you all have a great weekend and send me those reports.